I'm 50, my husband is 48, and we have a daughter, Danica, who's 21. She's been fiercely independent since she was a teenager. She started working at 15, and now she juggles a part-time job at a large corporation while pursuing her studies. We're incredibly proud of her work ethic. She manages her own money, insists on contributing to household expenses, and occasionally treats herself to pricier items, always with her own earnings. For example, last year she bought herself a new MacBook when her old one was dying. She also bought a Marc Jacobs bag for work and school. I've never had an issue with her purchases. They're thoughtful, practical, and well within her budget. Recently, we went on a family trip with my brother, his wife, and their 2 kids, Tammy, 20, and Nick, 23. Danica and her cousins aren't super close, but they get along fine. Unlike Danica, neither Tammy nor Nick works. They rely entirely on my brother. On the trip, Danica would occasionally buy drinks or snacks for herself and her cousins. When we went shopping, she picked up a few things for herself and some gifts for her friends. That night at dinner, my sister-in-law told my husband and me that we were spoiling Danica. We explained that Danica earned her own money. That's when she turned to Danica and said if that was the case, she shouldn't be flaunting her purchases in front of her cousins, who don't have the same privileges. Danica apologized politely, saying she didn't mean to flaunt anything, but I could see she was upset. My husband immediately defended her, saying she had nothing to apologize for. I added that she'd been financially independent since she was 15 and we'd never spoiled her. My sister-in-law wouldn't let it go. She claimed we were teaching Danica bad financial habits and that all this money had made her a brat. Danica excused herself, texted us that she'd gone back to the hotel, and when we returned, we found her crying. I called my brother, hoping he'd talk to his wife, but he said Tammy had been complaining that she didn't have what Danica had, especially the new MacBook, and their mom refused to buy her one. It turned out Tammy had been stewing over Danica's independence the whole trip. Now my husband, Danica, and I are getting calls from family members. Some say we're wrong for letting Danica show off, while others support us. Here's the thing. I don't believe Danica was showing off at all. She was living her life, spending her own hard-earned money. Should she have to hide her success just to protect someone else's feelings? Especially when that person has never worked and has had every opportunity to start? I'm torn between being proud of the independent woman my daughter is and being frustrated that we're being painted as bad parents because she doesn't downplay her accomplishments. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter openly enjoy the things she's worked hard for? Thanks for listening, and if you want to hear more interesting stories, just click the link below.